Okay, today's topic will be on achieving operational excellence and maintaining customer relationship through enterprise application. So as all of you are aware, we have covered many different topics from day one, from introduction to MIS, e-commerce, global businesses, ethical related topics, databases related topics, all the systems related to MIS, application related to MIS, and also we did go through some quite technical topics in the last 2-3 sessions related to telecommunication, operating system, and so on, including operating system, like I mentioned earlier. Today's topic and the next topic will be less technical. It is more to your areas, very much related to businesses. So with that, I can run through these slides slightly faster, and if you have any questions or any further clarification required, either you drop your question in the chat box or email to me. I will try to answer separately. So with that, let's take a look what are the learning objectives for today's topic. First learning objective is to demonstrate how enterprise system can be used to achieve operational excellence through integration and coordination with the diversified function and business processes in the firm. So we want to understand how this enterprise system, there are various types of enterprise system which I will introduce to you shortly, and we want to see how we can make use of all these different types of enterprise system in achieving operational excellence between the corporate or companies. Next, we're going to demonstrate how supply chain management system coordinate planning, production and logistic with suppliers. So again, we're going to take a look how the enterprise system that we have can be used to manage the supply chain management system for the purpose of planning, production and logistic with suppliers and any other parties involved. Next, we're going to demonstrate how customer relationship management system, or in short form, we're going to call it CRM, which some of you are very familiar with, available in your company, achieve customer relationship by integrating all customer information and making it available through the firm. Continue on, we're going to take a look at some challenges posed by these enterprise application systems. Definitely every system has plus point and some negative points, weaknesses, vulnerabilities, challenges. So we can take a look at some, and definitely most of the systems that we have today have overcome or have advanced features or continue to upgrade with additional features, with becoming more smarter and smarter in order to assist us or to support the businesses. Describe how enterprise application can be used in platform for new cross-functional services. Basically, this is a very open topic where we can use any available enterprise systems or even future enterprise system with the additional features, such as where we can see more companies or more suppliers of the or the creators of the enterprise system introducing new features such as artificial intelligence and AI or data analytic, in other words, into their systems as additional features, new features to support new functionality or new areas in the business. As usual, we have one case study. This is very much related to supply chain. The problem with this case study is uncontrollable supply chain, or it is actually an outdated system, where they are using an outdated system. As you all understand, supply chain or the enterprise systems are actually very complicated, sophisticated, huge system running on high-end servers and machines, huge in terms of investment costs, requires large number of people to manage it. Definitely it comes with a lot of benefits, a lot of features, and so on. So when this company continue to use what we call uncontrollable supply chain or outdated system, definitely there will be many challenges or areas that require attention. So some of the solutions that this enterprise system can provide is such as eliminate manual procedures and implement supply chain software suite to allocate inventory more accurately and forecast demand. So these are some of the challenges that we can overcome by having updated or properly managed enterprise system, where we can include in features such as in terms of forecasting, for example, in terms of managing the inventory. So that is just one area. This enterprise system, especially supply chain management system, has a lot more features, that can be considered. i2 Technologies forecasting software or use of SAP ERP software. Like I mentioned earlier, there are many types of enterprise system that we can look into. The others will be some either goes under proprietary or common general enterprise system. To reduce inventory and increase sales, that is another area where we can look at. Demonstrate IT roles in coordinating supply chains. Definitely that will be one of the key areas where we need to look at how this enterprise system can be used to coordinate the entire supply chain, so that from uncontrollable it will become manageable, manageable with proper control. Anything that without control, meaning you don't have power over it. I think we understood that very well. So we need to manage so that we have full control over the system and businesses. Illustrate how digital technology as part of the solution that can benefit both a firm and its customers. So this is to manage both the supply chain system and the customer relationship. Okay, with that is just one simple case study and one very particular problems, isolated case with some examples of how the enterprise system can be used to overcome those problems. Next, let me continue with introducing you what is enterprise system for those who are not familiar with or new in terms of enterprise system. Enterprise system, it is a large, complicated, sophisticated with many features, high-end advanced features, suite of integrated software modules with common central database. So it always comes with database. What are the platform? I can name a few. We have, for example, DB2 from IBM. We have Oracle, which is a very common central database. We also do have third-party proprietary system. Some companies use mid-range databases such as MySQL or any other third-party mid-range databases. As I mentioned earlier, the cost in terms of investment for this enterprise system, such as SAP or such as CRM, Oracle, are quite huge, can run into millions or even can run into few hundred thousand ringgit with the support. With the support, you definitely need the support from the vendor for a long term, 1 year, 2 years or 3 years. So that's the reason why this enterprise system is complicated, is huge, needs a lot of skilled people, specially trained skilled people in order to manage it. So it is actually a suite of integrated software modules with database. What it does, it integrates information from across companies' divisions, from all departments, key business processes, in mainly in 4 functional areas, which I will share with you shortly. It has updated information to all business processes and also can be used to generate enterprise-wide data for management analysis purpose. Graphically, this is how it works, how enterprise system works. You have 4 main divisions such as finance and accounting, sales and marketing, human resources, manufacturing and production, with the central database. Again, it differs from business to business, from industry to industry, but generally this is how it is. So as you all understand the function of each one of these department or functional area, all the informations from these functional areas will be uploaded into the central database to be shared, to be analyzed, to be integrated with the entire company to support your businesses, such as to support the supply chain management system, to supply the CRM, to supply human resource system, sales and marketing system, finance and accounting system, logistics system, and so on. So the entire corporate firm or firm will be integrated. That's the reason why this enterprise system is known as a suite of integrated software system. Still on enterprise system, it is built around thousands of predefined business processes that reflect best in industry practices. For example, if you refer to SAP or Oracle or even IBM too, the high-end databases with the enterprise system integrated onto it, it was built over many years, over the experience gained by the people. So it consists of thousands of predefined business processes, automated so that it can be easily processed, analyzed, to generate report, to generate feedback, to generate output that we wish to, as far as the business is concerned. Normally what companies will do, they will map business processes to this enterprise system for desired function, for desired function. Configuration tables are available throughout this enterprise system to customize our requirement into the system. System software can be rewritten, can be customized, can be tailor-made, but sometimes it depends. We need to check against the performance so that we don't overload the system in order to maintain good performance, optimize the use of the enterprise system, also to make sure the integration is done correctly so that it works as one enterprise system for the entire firm. As I have shared with all of you, business processes that will support the enterprise system are such as financial and accounting, human resources, manufacturing and production, sales and marketing. These are the 4 high level. Definitely it covers all departments and section in your companies, and of course more areas or more functional areas can be always integrated as long as those areas are compatible and informations or data are available in digital format. That is possible to be done. What are the business values of enterprise system? Reason we are investing millions or hundreds of thousands of dollars in purchasing and in having as well as implementing this system. The implementation itself will take months or years. It depends on how complicated is the system, how complicated is your businesses, the processes in the businesses, how skillful are the people within your firm, and there are many other factors need to be considered. Okay, but what are the business value are such as increasing operational efficiency. That is the first goal that we definitely will be looking for by having a highly automated integrated enterprise system to improve the operational efficiency. Next, to help providing good response to the customers uh, on demand, on demand or in real time basis. Also in producing, procuring shipment rights amount. So there are many terms that you guys are very familiar with. For example, time to market, on demand, forecast, and so on. All that definitely will be supported by this enterprise system if it is customized and planned and implemented or integrated accordingly. Many systems will run into issues or will continue to have challenges due to its complication. Due to it is really a sophisticated, complicated enterprise system. At the same time, we want to make sure we enforce standard practices, SOP, and data throughout company, providing firm-wide information to help managers make better decisions. Like what I mentioned earlier, the new enterprise systems are being integrated with more advanced features such as AI, big data for data analytic for better and faster data analytic purpose so that we can make better decision. It really helps the top management and the line management or the operational people in making better management. Allowing senior management to easily find out at any moment, on real-time basis, how a particular organizational unit is performing or determine which product are most or least profitable. So there will be hundreds or thousands of reports can be easily generated with the built-in features. This will definitely will be very helpful for the senior management, top management in making decision. So these are some of the very high level business value of investing millions or thousands, hundreds of thousands of ringgit into the enterprise system. Specifically, when we look into the supply chain management system, uh, definitely it is all about network of organization and business processes for procuring raw material. That is our main target for the supply chain management system in issuing PR, purchase requisition online. So many companies that I have worked, we use SAP integrated with the Oracle. SAP will be supporting the supply chain management system and Oracle will be the database. So both need to be integrated correctly, perfectly, so that we don't run into any issues. So once it is done, then PR raise, monitoring and controlling of the procurement, everything will be automated. Report generation will be automated. Transforming them into intermediate and finished product also will be supported by the supply chain management system. Distributing finished product to customers is another features will be supported by the supply chain management system. Include secondary and tertiary supplies, as you will see in the next slide. In the case of where you have multi-layers or different layers of suppliers, can be supported by the supply chain management system. Upstream portion suppliers and downstream portions right up to distributors and customers. An example of supply chain management for this company, as you can see on your right hand side is the customer, then we have the retailers. Retailers communicate with the distributors, distributors with the company, and the company have multi-layers of upstream suppliers where they are in tier 1, tier 2 and tier 3. So supply chain management system will be a suite of software which will integrate all these will integrate all this information stream from both direction, so that it will act as one complete enterprise system for the company. Just an example, how the upstream and the downstreams are being integrated as one system. And right now, many systems are being integrated over the web, over the internet, so that we can use many other available tools, social media platform, internet features, internet tools for convenient purpose, compared to those days where we have SAP as it is, Oracle as it is, without connecting to the social media or without connecting to the internet, for example, which things were completely or slightly different. But today the system that we have are very much into the internet technologies, as we have covered in couple of sessions, which gives more flexibility and freedom to all the people involved in doing or in running their required function. Still on supply chain management system, some of the supply chain inefficiencies, just for our information, but these are minor issues. Most of the issues or inefficiencies have been overcome in the new supply chain management system, such as part shortages, extensive inventory. I will consider this as old cases. In today's system, all these are smartly managed or as overcome with better features and better decision making. Waste up to 20%, 25% of operating costs also is kind of taken care, especially with the new system, caused by inaccurate or untimely information. All these, like what I said earlier, due to the traditional or conventional system, but today's most of these cases are taken care quite well in the new system. Still, our discussion is on information and supply chain management. We would like to see what is bullwhip effect. This is an effect where demand for product gets distorted as it is estimated by successive members in supply chain, which in return causing excess stockpiling of inventory, warehouse or shipping costs. Like what I mentioned earlier, the newer system, the system that we have today are better, having better features in overcoming this effect. So this effect is taken care slowly. Maybe not completely, but definitely is being taken care in the newer system. Just in time strategy, as we all understood, perfect information about supply and demand definitely is another high level or important features in the current system, to make sure time to market is perfect, is correct, as expected, arrive at a moment they are needed, and finished goods are shipped as they leave assembly line. So that is some of the features that the newer system will have. So just to have better understanding on the bullwhip effect, there is one slide here that you can take a look, go through yourself during our second session, during the self-study or discussion session, to understand this better. Okay, let me run through a few more slides before we take a short break as usual. There are two main categories of supply chain management application. One is known as planning system, and the second is known as the execution system. So let's take a look at the planning system first. The planning system consists of features or supports demand planning, order planning, advanced scheduling and manufacturing planning, distribution planning, and transportation planning. So these are some of the features or what we call requirements that being supported by the supply chain management system, either the conventional version or the newer version. These are the basic, common modules as part of the features of the supply chain management application. An example of what we call a forecast module in the enterprise system, which is belong to supply chain management system, is as this, where you can enter some parameters such as lead time. It could be, for example, 4 weeks, repetition, beans, service level, and then you can also plot graph on real-time basis to see your lead time forecast distribution. For example, in terms of counts versus lead time in demand. So this kind of report, in fact, like what I told you earlier, today all these reports are available on the internet or on social media platform, where the social media platform or tools are integrated to your enterprise system, which will be pushed out, which can be delivered right onto your handphone, right onto your tablet, which will be available on the real-time basis or on demand. Those are some of the good features of today's enterprise system. The execution system, the second part of the planning system, supply chain system, manage flow of products through distribution centers and warehouses to ensure products delivered to right location in most efficient manner. So the features of this execution system consists of order commitments, final production, replenishment, distribution management, and reverse distribution. So these are the modules or common modules in the execution system of the supply chain management. Almost the same as you compare with the conventional or traditional system, but definitely, like I mentioned earlier, there are more features into the newer system. So next we're going to talk about the point that I'm keep on highlighting to you, how internet plays a very important role into the supply chain management system. Before internet, it is difficult to share supply chain information with external parties or even internally. But right now, we have overcome all that problem. Reason, we have internet, we have intranet, and we have extranet for sharing information. And most of the enterprise system, as I mentioned earlier, are web-based or running on internet technologies, where we have overcome all these problems. An example that you can see where the intranet and extranets are integrated with your supply chain management system. I'm very sure for those who are working in the right department, like my background, as I used to share with all of you, I have more than 20 years in manufacturing, high volume semiconductor manufacturing. So I have deal and I have integrated number of supply chain management system using SAP and Oracle. So that's where you will see that all these modules are required and all these modules are available as part of the enterprise system. And in today's world, internet, intranet, and extranet are all integrated as one complete suite, as I mentioned to you earlier, where you can see planning and scheduling, logistic services, procurement, customer, shipping, order processing, and everything else are connected, are integrated to this particular enterprise system. So it brings a lot of benefits. So today many tasks can be done fully automatically at fingertips, fast, real-time basis. You get your report as you wanted or expected. So with that, let me continue. I think I will continue with another 2 or 3 slides before we take a break. Let's take a look at supply chain management system in terms of what are the high level models that available that we can look or go for. One of the built-in model of supply chain management system is known as a push-based model, build to stock. This model basically supports production master schedules for forecasting or best guesses of product demand, where product will be pushed to customers. So customers don't have to request for it, don't have to wait for it. As agreed, as understood, as per the agreement, customer will receive their products. So this is what we call push-based model. These terms are actually from the internet terms, where when we develop internet pages, we have two models. One is push-based, or the other one is known as a pull-based. I'm very sure many of you are very familiar with this. Pull-based is based on demand, based on demand. As you can see, the second model, demand-driven, build to order. That is, when you receive the order, you start building it, right? I think all of you are very familiar. I'm very sure all of you are from the business background. This is build to order. Only when order comes in, you start building it. Then there will be a cycle time to finish the order. The first one is push, build to stock. So you build as per customer demand or customer request, and you just deliver to them. So those are the differences between these two. And these two models are built in or available as supply chain management system features. The other model or features also that built in or available within the supply chain management system is known as a sequential supply chain. As the name itself, that means information, materials move sequentially. This is like first come, first serve. Whoever order first will get first, and so on. The other model is known as a concurrent supply chain. With IT, with the support of IT, information moves in many directions at the same time. So this is like parallel processing, or concurrent processing based on orders or demand or requests from the customers. So these are the different models or what we call different features of supply chain management system that we can customize our system based on the business need. In the next slide, the two models, either push versus pull, are displayed for you. Just in case if you are not very familiar, go through this and try to understand, which I already explained to you. Moving into the future, in fact, like what I mentioned earlier, it is already available now. Internet-driven supply chain. Internet-driven supply chain. As you can see, we have customers, retailers, distributors, manufacturers, logistic providers, virtual manufacturers. This is available, but you don't see this a couple of years down the road. Then we have suppliers on the left hand side. Then we have private industrial network, like what we covered in the previous session. Marketplaces. We have contract manufacturers. So all these are connected. They all integrated over the VPN or over the internet, intranet or extranet, for carrying out the same purpose, that is to be part of the supply chain management system, either to support the earlier model that we discussed, pull based or push based or sequential or in parallel. It all depends on your nature of the business. Continue on the business value. particularly on the supply chain management system. One of the important features is matching supply to demand and reducing inventory levels, right? All of us definitely will prefer that. Definitely the management will be very happy if we can do this. Definitely we can achieve this through the enterprise system, matching supply to demand and reducing inventory level. Next, improving delivery services and speeding product time to market. Time to market. As we all understood, the time to market cycle is reducing, become shorter and shorter. Those days used to be years and then into 6 months. Now I think even 3 months or lesser. You can see products almost all the time, or at least on alternate months, for example. This all depends on the business again, and definitely enterprise system is behind as one of the important reason for this to happen. Using asset more effectively. Asset here, all the components that we saw earlier, all these, including information technology asset, people, products, services, businesses, business processes, and so on, more effectively, automatically, on real-time basis, on online basis. Reports need to be generated, people need to be trained, people need to have the right skill to get the task done correctly at the right time and in order to produce the right output. So with all these are possible with the enterprise system. Increasing sales by assuring availability of product, increase profitability. So supply chain costs can approach 75% of total operating budget. This is what I mentioned earlier. The cost of purchasing, integrating, and implementing enterprise system is huge, but benefit is again long terms, and many benefits are can be generated or can be beneficial from this enterprise system. All right, with that, let's take a break.